Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to continue our series on getting problem feeders to eat. After last week and feeding boiled pinkies, I am down to 7 snakes from 2 clutches out of 24 snakes, so I've got 1/3 of them left to eat. As you can see from this picture, it's made quite a mess yet again. And so today we're going to go over braining pinkies. I typically go through these steps with each of them, eventually ending in assist feeding, but that we're not to that point yet. With all of these different methods of manipulating the pinkies, all you're doing is trying to trigger the snake's natural instincts. So in this, we are going to get started. Now, there are 2 methods for braining pinkies. It sounds very disturbing to brain a pinky, but in all actuality, this is not a gruesome task at all. And I'll go over both methods. One of them is a cleaner method using a needle. This is just a simple 18 gauge needle. It's nothing, it's nothing special. It's not a anything major. This is just a larger bore because I have access to them easily than some people may. You can use as small or as large as you want, but the kicker to this is you don't need to mutilate the pinky. With the first method, the manual method, you can potentially, if you get a little too aggressive, end up damaging the pinky, but if you're gentle, you don't have, or it doesn't happen. So let's get this started and I'll explain what we're gonna do. So because these guys are problem eaters anyway, we're gonna go ahead and clean this up, get them ready. I don't expect them to eat from tongs at all. If anything, I'm probably gonna get struck out and jump because that's what I do, even though their bites don't hurt at all and don't bother me one bit. So, to brain a pinky manually, we're going to take our thumb, put it underneath the chin, and if you notice, let's see if I can get it to focus in. There we go. You have 2 little hemispheres of the skull. You're going to put a finger on each side, and you have your thumb underneath, and you gently press forward. And all you're looking for is just a little bit of fluid to come out of the nose. And like I said, this is a very gentle process. It's not, you're not trying to, there we go. You see, we ended up deforming it a little bit. There's a little bit of fluid coming out of the nose, and that's it. We're gonna we'll see if it has any kind of interest. It may not. But like I said, all we're doing is introducing new scents, new smells for these snakes to eat, to hopefully trigger their natural instinct. So there's our first one, and now I'll go to the next one, get it all cleaned up. This little one looks a little bit more angry. That's okay. All right, so with this one, we're gonna use the needle. And much like the last one, we're still looking at each hemisphere. And if you notice right here, there's a little red spot. All we're gonna do is insert the needle in between, give it a little spin, pull it out. And then you give it just a gentle squeeze and you see that little drop of fluid come out. That's all we need. It's just a new smell for the snake to smell. Put it down here and let it decide if it's gonna eat or not. Now I haven't showcased the second clutch very much because they aren't as brightly visual. But they are a peppermint, which is cinder and tessera, or not, cinder and amel, which produces a very pretty pink and white snake, to a tessera that is het for cinder. So just like the last one, I'm gonna come in here we go. Just like the last one, come in right between the eyes, go in, a little squeeze, just for a drop of liquid. And drop it off. So this snake, as you can see, it is a primarily grayscale or black and white snake. This is a cinder tessera. All right, so you'll notice on this one, if you can read my handwriting, this says it is kinked, and it is. It has a couple of kinks right at the tail. Nothing is, or nothing seems to be causing any type of distress. It'll be a great pet-only snake. Looks to be also a cinder tessera. You can see on the napkin here that it has gone poo, so it won't have any issues in that department. And most likely, if it chooses to eat and survives, it will end up living a wonderful life and outgrowing those kinks without issue. All right, just went ahead and did that. Here we are with a normal. Nice pretty maroon normal. It will brighten up substantially. But out of the egg, they have nice pretty maroons for their coloration. Got some nice grossness in the water here. The Cinder Tesseras, or the Cinder Tessera clutch, this one being a Cinder Tessera, they are about a week and a half younger than the other clutch. They are smaller. They've been smaller pretty much every time I've produced this clutch. For whatever reason, because this clutch entirely pipped naturally. I think I only ended up cutting 3 eggs out of it total, or 4 eggs. One of them was dead in its egg, which happens. And our last one here. And that's it, everyone. Nice and easy. So, I hope all of you learned something from this. I hope that it dispelled some of the kind of gross connotations that come along with a term like braining pinkies. If you would and enjoyed it, please remember to subscribe, like this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.